I think we got our stream back. I think you cut out there just for a second. Being checked by the ref, and looks like we got a thumbs up. I figured.
So we are still having a little bit of network issues, a little bit of this issues, a little bit of that issues. I was told that the audio sounds no
30
longer
seconds.
robotic.
At least I hope so.
At least I hope so. We can't see the chat yet. Um, we're working on
20
that.
seconds.
I think the network issues is due to all the clouds.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. If you were here for event 1, you know
20
clouds
seconds.
was a very popular topic. Boy, oh boy, did I learn a lot. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, back to Rising in Vegas Brawlers.
Rising Brawlers, rising on your right,
Wrong.
doubling the home, taking the Dorito corner, the Dorito pin, and the Arizona. And then making their way into the Dorito wedge and the 100 or the baby.
Looks like that secondary move from the Doritos or from the pin or that can on the Dorito side up to the wedge is very, very popular. Ref going in to check one of Raw Material or Vegas Brawlers players right now. Home moves up to the pin.
Brawlers
Dorito
are
side.
into the snake.
Oh, Brawlers are into the snake. Look at that.
There's not a match for him as he makes his way all the way into the snake 3. No match for that snake player yet. Looks like they have identified him though.
They definitely know he's there. Getting a lot of heat on his bunker now from across the field. I believe Phoenix Rising has a Dorito 50 player trying to cut off this snake 3. Communicated across the field because his teammates now for Phoenix Rising are shooting that gap from the home and from the Arizona past the snake 50 to try and clip him out. Can't get him as he crawls low enough into the snake 50. Looks like the Arizona for Vegas Brawlers moving out into the snake corner.
That Vegas player making his way into the snake 50, and that could be a problem for Rising, especially for that Dorito player.
Interesting that the snake 50 and Dorito 50 cannot see each other due to that those center breaks. So very hidden as he does have backup coming to the snake 3 right behind him for Vegas.
First time that we've seen 2 players in the snake at the same time.
Now he's gained the dominance on the Dorito 50. Gonna try and keep him from peeking out, or shooting any more bodies.
They definitely identified the Dorito 50. The snake 3 player and the Dorito side can both looking that way, keeping that particular player pinched, with the snake player for Brawlers keeping Rising out of the snake, shooting that Cali bunker there. Looks like maybe a small retreat from Evan over there. Yeah, Evan moves his way from the Dorito 50 on the for Rising back into the Dorito wedge. And if he wants to look cross, I think that he could definitely get a shot. Oh, and a nice.
I think Rising's doing a great job right now, just burning down the time. They're up 2 points, they're up 3-1, so they're just trying to keep Brawlers from scoring at this point any quicker than they need to.
I think if Evan wants to look cross over there from the Dorito side wedge, he might be able to take at least some shots at one of these snake players.
I think he was putting some paint towards the snake 50, or at least trying to see if he'd pop out and get a little whack-a-mole. But snake 50 is.
He does have coverage. Evan does have coverage from his 2 in the Dorito 1.
Yes, he does.
Oh, but he did that Dorito 1 just got put in.
So Evan.
Evan understands. He's definitely getting some pressure from over here as the Dorito corner player for Rising moves down Snake Way. The home player for Rising also putting paint Snake Way. So he's trying to fight with the Snake 50 player. Oh, one of the brawlers just took a bounce on the Snake pin, trying to get a little freaky. And Brawler's still at 5 alive.
Just about 3.5 minutes left. Like I said, Rising doing an amazing job.
Tactical retreat into the Snake 2 from Brawlers, and then a push into the command center also from Brawlers from the Snake from the Snake pin.
Vegas Brawlers trying to figure out what to do here. They can't let any more time run out. They need to score this point to leave enough time for them to tie up the next point.
If this Brawlers player wins this game, wins this
Fight against the home.
fight against the home, is over.
I believe so. Don't foresee that happening.
The Brawlers player that moves his way into the 50. He might catch Evan, or Evan might catch him on the Dorito side. Ooh! So they did miss each other, but he doesn't know he's there. That's Avery. Oh, and Evan just got wiped up. So they're going to lose their most forward attack. Rising's going to lose their most forward attacker from the Dorito side, Wedge. That should leave the center push pretty available for Vegas.
Everybody's looking pretty cross right now, so I think it's.
Oh, here they come.
Yep, they're about to flood it.
Brawlers now have 3 players in the 50.
Wow, this is crazy. The fact that this point is going on any longer right now.
3 players
4
still alive.
players up in the 50.
3 players still alive for Rising. As a running referee going to check the pack of the home player.
No
He is
penalty.
shot, no
Wow,
penalty,
no penalty.
but that should be
And
enough.
I'm pretty sure Rising player at that.
1, 2.
And
That Brawlers player going to wipe up the remaining 2. Yeah. Yeah, so it looks like 4 left alive still for Brawlers.
wow,
As
What?
pretty methodically,
it's a really long point.
that was a very long point. I don't exactly know how long, but at least a couple minutes. Definitely the longest point of the day.
It was just about 8 minutes.
1 minute.
That was the first time that we saw 2 players in the Snake. That was also the first time that we saw 3 players at the center 50 structure there. That was interesting.
Vegas Brawlers at one point had everybody across the 50-yard line.
Yeah, that was sweet.
At the 50-yard line, kind of looking across at Phoenix Rising's side of the field. We had 3 up in those center bricks and 1 at each 50 on the Dorito and the Snake side.
Great defense from Rising to be able to hold them off for as long as they
Oh,
did.
yes. I mean, that was really all that they needed to do. They didn't need to necessarily try to go win that point when they lost a body off break or
And
very quickly.
They did it correctly. They knew that they
20
were up
seconds.
bodies, or I'm sorry, they knew they were up points. All they had to do was try to chip away at that clock the best they can. I would
And,
say that was fairly effective.
It looked like they knew where
10 seconds.
the majority of the bodies were at all times. I feel like their communication was very solid. But on that note, back to Bloodhawks from Raw Material. Bloodhawks leading
Game
2.
on.
4:47 on the clock.
Bloodhawks doubling the home, taking the Arizona, the California, and the Snake side pin.
Looks like Raw Material losing their Dorito and their home players losing 2 now.
Bloodhawks making their way out to the Dorito corner. Oh, and
Bloodhawks
a
Snake Can guy
third,
doing some
fourth
surgery.
body going down for Raw Material.
We got a loader down.
Oh, little
Some
gun
loader
surgery for TJ.
for
Oh, sorry, for Bloodhawks.
Bloodhawks.
That's not going to matter much as I think Raw Material only has 1 player left in that Dorito side pin. And the Dorito player for Bloodhawks making quick work of him. They might have lost the kill count because they killed everybody so quickly.
Yeah, I believe
We'll
it is
figure it
kill
out
5
momentarily.
already, and they don't know it, but they're about to figure it out here in just a second.
How much time we got on this one?
3:56.
So plenty of time here as Bloodhawks are going to go up 4-2 over Raw Material. So we went from our longest point of the day, about 8 or so minutes, to one of our shorter points of the day here, about
40 seconds.
yeah, 30, 40 seconds. The clock is still running as oh, do I see a penalty flag on the field
I do not. I don't think so.
right there in front of the home?
Yes.
So we didn't see it. We both might have missed it, but Raw Material might have gotten a penalty on that point as well.
I believe they might have because it would make sense. They lost their bodies really, really
Bodies are
quickly.
dropping off all over the place. So what's happening now is Bloodhawks is content to not hit the buzzer yet. Raw Material is content to allow them to not hit the buzzer yet as the time ticks away. We have just 3 minutes, so they are going to buzz it at 3 minutes. So 3 minutes remaining in that match. 4-2 for Bloodhawks. Raw Material needs to find a way to get themselves 2 points in 3 minutes. Definitely not unheard of. Can definitely be done on this interesting layout. There are some fun center pushes. Maybe Raw Material can take a lesson from CEP in their first couple points there when they absolutely rocked up LA Collision from some center points. That was some really fun stuff to watch there in the beginning.
So really long, grueling point for both teams, Phoenix Rising and Vegas Brawlers. I'd say Rising's pretty happy with how they handled that last point. You know, burning that much time off the clock. Still up 1 point, up 3-2. Just a minute 30 left on the clock. So let's see if Rising can show us another defensive point. I have a feeling that Brawlers are going to come out the gates.
I was going to say I'm going to
very
take the Brawlers on this point.
And if they can catch a body for Rising off break, then I think they might be able to catch a good point.
So Rising's going to take the snake corner. It's the first time that they've taken pretty much any bite. Avery for Vegas getting himself into the Dorito wedge. Let's see what he can do with that.
Like Patrick there staying in the back end, gets Cyclops at the home. But
Vegas all over this field right now making a center push. They're in the Dorito one. They're in the snake side can.
a minute left.
1 minute
and
left.
Brawlers are looking aggressive right now. They have a sense of urgency, which is good to see.
They know that the point is out. Oh, ooh. I missed him. Brawlers now into the snake 50.
At home is...
Home knows he's there.
Yep.
Oh, as 2 more rising bodies take a walk.
Oh, no. Here comes Vegas about to storm the field. 30 seconds left, and they know the time. And trading out.
Oh. So that Vegas player went for a run through, did not shoot the home.
Wow.
The snake corner shot him. So there's still 2 alive for Rising as they're going to shoot another.
10 seconds left. There we go. Now they trade out, and I think they hit it with 11 seconds.
I think that
Possibly.
might be
behind. If it's under 10 seconds, they will automatically go to overtime. Yep.
7.
Wow.
So with 7 seconds left, a point approved for Vegas, just
Wow.
like we said. And these teams are going to overtime. Anything under 10 seconds for those listening at home, and they typically do not play the point. Typically it takes longer than 10 seconds basically to run from one side of the field to the other, so not exactly a whole lot of point. And playing 7-second point, unless you would like to waste money and potentially hurt somebody or yourselves. So that's generally why they don't play that. So more than likely, that match will go immediately into overtime. We will find out here after this point. 3 minutes left here in this match between Bloodhawks and Raw Material. 4-2 for the Bloodhawks.
Ten seconds. Game on.
So confirmation that that Vegas Brawlers point is going to go immediately into overtime. Oh, get him out of there. Get him out of there with a penalty. No way.
It looks like
They're
rub.
calling that rub. Ooh, it's a lot of rub. Bloodhawks player takes media control into the center 50 position.
They do lose a body, though.
But they did lose a body. He should shoot that. He does shoot that Dorito player. Uh-oh.
And
We're about to have a poison here in the center 50 structure. And he's about to get laced
shot.
up,
Yep.
and he does. But he,
Oh, and they trade out.
how? What? Oh boy. Okay. So a trade into the 50 is going to leave 3 alive for raw material.
I'm not sure how they traded.
I don't know how they traded. I
I
don't
don't
know
think
how he was
Bloodhawks
able to
were
get his
looking
gun
that way.
turned.
Nope.
Bloodhawks taking the Dorito 400 and the home. Do they have a third body?
Looks like, yes, they do. They have the snake corner as well.
Okay, so it's
So if you're looking on your screen, we got Bloodhawks in the snake corner, the home, and that
Dorito 400.
Dorito 4.
Meanwhile, raw material up into the Snake 2, the Arizona, and the
Going up into the
D300.
snake 3, the Arizona, and that 300 there.
Snake player for raw material trying to battle with the Snake player of the Bloodhawks, but they are offset. It's not a straight snake, so he doesn't have anything to look at here. But that home player looks like is trying to keep him in, as the Dorito player for the Bloodhawks is going to shoot the Arizona player for the guy in the Arizona bunker for raw material. Raw material only having the Dorito 300 and the Snake 3 left.
60 seconds.
So raw material down 2 points with 6 seconds left on the clock. They need to make moves very, very fast. As that Snake player, I think, heard me and is trying to make his way. He's made his way into the wedge.
And if you look
Oh, and a nice
across the
run down.
field,
Oh,
my
no.
goodness,
They didn't
Bloodhawks
get that
gonna see
trade.
him and shoot him in the back. Bloodhawks going to run down the field and get this point, as long as he's clean.
Bloodhawks waiting for that time to tick down to under 10 seconds so that
Yep.
he can hit this point.
Base.
So now he can get the point. They can increase their point margin a little bit, and they don't have to play another point.
Actually, they did stop it with 22
22.
seconds left.
Oh, 22. So they will play another one.
1 minute.
I just heard the refs scream overtime.
And that was,
for the Phoenix Rising Vegas Brawlers.
That Bloodhawks player was Danny Lincoln over there on the Dorito side that ended that game. That Dorito player and then shot the snake side wedge in the back. Danny Lincoln does all of the media stuff for HK. So all those super cool
30
videos
seconds.
that get thrown up all the time. Most of those, I believe, are Danny Lincoln doing that work. He's a super good dude. You can always recognize him with the purple beanie.
20 seconds.
Making waves, doing good stuff over there on the Dorito side. So good job, Danny.
10 seconds.
Overtime point here. This is going to decide this whole match right here between Vegas Brawlers and Phoenix Rising. You got Brawlers on your left, Rising on your right.
I think Rising has been fighting hard.
So,
And they lose one, maybe two off the break.
just one.
Oh, just one. Okay.
They're going to double the home and take the Arizona and the Dorito 100.
Vegas Brawlers moving up into the Dorito wedge now.
And they
as
shot the home
Rising
player for Rising. The Rising other home player going to try to take the. Oh boy, is he shot in the back?
No, ref just called him clean. Now he's
now
shot
he's
in the face.
Cyclops.
And it looks like
So I think
Brawlers are definitely gonna take this point.
Yeah, I think that's
Um,
3 dead for Rising, leaving
and-
just the Snake Corner and the Dorito 200, I believe.
and 5 alive for Brawlers. So
Oh, running referee on going to check Avery at the Brawlers there. He's going to call him out, but he's not going to throw a penalty because
No
Avery
penalty.
did not shoot his gun. Oh. Brawlers into the Snake 50 here. He had a shot on the Dorito 300 player for Rising, but missed him as the Rising player moves into the 400 now. The Dorito 400, but he does get clapped
and
up.
just got hit. So just the Snake player left for Phoenix Rising.
Snake 2 player left for Rising. It appears that they understand that. They're going to go run him down. They are going to trade. And that's going to end this one. As the Brawlers taking one away from Phoenix Rising in what was a really, really good match.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to see. I would have loved to see Phoenix Rising win that. They were up pretty early, but Biggest Brawlers just fought a better fight.
Yeah. Well, they are tournament champions. They've won a lot of events. They have been here before. Their
Point
program is elite. They got divisional lines. They do a really good job. So props to Brawlers. They should always be considered in contention.
Looks like Bloodhawks and Robbers here are going to be heading back out on the field to play that last 22 seconds. Bloodhawks up by 3, 5-2.
Yeah.
Who do you think's going to win this one?
This point, this particular point.
I think it's going to be a no point. It's more of a rhetorical question because I picked Bloodhawks.
Yeah. Well, I do see Regime making this. Raw Material making this a little bit interesting, and hopefully they send 2 streaming down the center of the field and see if we can get some paint exploding everywhere. That's the goal here on this 22-second point. This is really for us, the announcers. Let's be real.
I kind of think that they're probably going to
1
save their
minute.
energy or save themselves and
Think so?
either not risk a penalty.
Penalty doesn't hurt them now.
It would for point margin.
Well,
If you get a major
yep, that's true.
under a minute, it's automatic swing point. So
Yep. So Kyle brings up a good point. That maybe Raw Material doesn't send it, so they can keep this point
30
margin
seconds.
a little bit closer. As it's only 2.
also, I mean, if you're down by 3 points, you only have 22 seconds. There's no possible way that you can get 3 points in 22 seconds.
None.
Unless in 5 seconds the other team gets a major or 2 majors to pull all the bodies and end the time. But I mean, that would take at least 10 seconds for the refs to figure that out, and then you'd be under 10 seconds and not be able to play. So I feel like save your bodies, save yourself, don't get injured, save your paint, and
30 seconds.
just kind of accept defeat at this point.
Well, you make a lot of good points there, Kyle. Unfortunately, I disagree with pretty much all of them. And I see
20
Raw
seconds.
Material throwing their bodies to the absolute wind and seeing what happens.
Throw them to the Wolves.
Yeah.
Or the Hawks.
Oh, Hawks.
10
Oh, good
seconds.
one. Oh, good.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to send 2 players out wide, possibly.
Game on.
Diving into the Doritos and losing their home player. Their snake guy going up into the snake now. Player getting pulled by the ref. And time dwindling down. 10 seconds left. Bloodhawks in the snake 50. Raw Material losing the Dorito player. Their home player filling
Oh,
out
Bloodhawks
the
won another one.
Dorito. And getting shot in the Dorito corner.
Oh.
Bloodhawks tried to get the point,
Game stop.
but ran out of time a second and a half before he could hit that buzzer.
That was cool. So we
What?
kind of saw the opposite thing happen.
Wow. Yeah, what an effort by Bloodhawks. I mean, to be fair, if you get to the other team's side of the field in under 10 seconds, and you try to run and grab that point, I mean, you might as well to increase that point margin if you know you're clean.
Head ref Bobby though is calling coach for the Bloodhawks over here. So let's see what they're going to talk about here. So they were just having a little conversation about that and whether or not he got there on time. He did not. Bloodhawks understand that as well. Bobby just confirming that all. So Bloodhawks are going to win that 142. That was a really nice move. The complete opposite of what I thought was going to happen. I thought Raw Material was going to send it. They in fact did not. They got shot on the rip. Bloodhawks sent it nice and hard on the snake side. That guy just, boy, no more than a second and a half. And
Man, yeah, it was really, really close.
looked like he got maybe at least a 2-pack there as he ran down the snake one and shot the Dorito corner. Maybe the home player as well. I'm not 100% certain. So
No, the snake corner, or the Dorito corner player for Raw Material actually got shot across field on his bump out from that Dorito temple to the corner. So very interesting point there. Kind of
this is
nice
why we
to
have 2
see.
announcers.
Kind of nice to see the Bloodhawks snake player put in that effort. Didn't need the point at all, but went the extra mile to run and sprint to that box to try and increase that point margin, because Point margin is everything in prelims.
And you got to think they talked about it, that they knew that they were just trying to keep a point margin. They weren't necessarily trying to win, but smart. I would think that that's just super smart thinking from the Bloodhawks, recognizing that they didn't get all the way out to match him in the snake, and they got a kill in the first 3 seconds here that he was able to
Yep.
really push that, and split-second decision, almost got himself the extra point. And yeah, Kyle's right. I mean, the point spread is such a huge deal in these divisions. Luckily for the Premier, there's only, I think there's 18 teams, 16 teams, so it's slightly less important than for those in the bus that are in like D5, where there's 50 plus teams, and there could be a whole lot of teams with the same record, and then it
Yes.
does come down to that point margin and
And,
stuff like that.
At USXBL, this last event in D4, there was, I think, 5 teams that went 4-0. So it was one from each bracket, except for one bracket. So I mean,
Ours,
4-0. I think it was ours.
Yeah.
Our bracket was the only bracket without a 4-0 team. So we went 3-1. But that means that with that many teams and that many brackets, 4-0 does not solidify you getting a bye into
Correct.
that top 4 spot. You
Yeah.
have to get point margin while winning 4 games. So that makes it that
1
much tougher
minute.
and that much more difficult.
So we got a new set out here, guys. We got Grind City against the Oakland Orcas. And
Oakland Orcas.
the Oakland Orcas, Kyle. And for those that were here for event 1,
I think I know where this is going.
you heard us talk about a team, frankly, probably a little bit too much. The Baton Rouge Mighty Dolphins. That was me and Kyle's, I think, our favorite
30
team.
seconds.
Let's just be real. Sorry for the rest of you guys that are listening. They just have the coolest name. They had a big fighting pink dolphin on the front.
It
That was
was
just
20
epic.
jacked.
seconds.
Yeah,
Purple dolphin.
it was a purple pink. It's pink. right?
I think it was purple. It was purple.
Not to look
Definitely
again.
purple.
Kyle might be colorblind. We'll check this out later. We
20
both did get
seconds.
T-shirts, so
Yes. So shout out them. Now they are the Oakland Orcas.
yeah, had a little bit of a regime change, but they are here. They are fighting. It is the same members, slightly different name. I do love the Oakland Orcas. On the other side, Grind City didn't have the greatest event. Did Grind City? But if you look here on the Snake side, who they have is Ryan Hoskinson. He plays for Chicago Aftershock. As
man,
Grind City's going to
penalty
get us as a
flying.
penalty. But you can absolutely never sleep on Grind City as long as an Aftershock player is on the field. So watch out for this guy. Looks like he's going to be playing the Snake all day. He's got the dye jersey on, the Aftershock dye jersey, and rocking the I3s and a Twister DSR Plus.
Oh,
It's a very sexy weapon.
looks like it's a 34 right now in favor of
Ryan
the
playing
Orcas.
super wide over here in the Snake. He does recognize that there is a Snake player to match him, trying to get the drop on him.
He saw him move up from the Snake 1
He
into
wants
the
him to
Snake
come
3,
fight, but he's not. Oh, now he's going to come fight with him.
and he's about to die. There.
He does. So Ryan gets that kill on the Snake side, so he's going to look. He's going to look to that Arizona. He's going to shoot the Arizona as well. He's calling for a check. Oh. He's calling for a check, but he can't shoot the player. Can he?
Wow.
So
Okay.
he does shoot that running Orcas player. The Orcas player had absolutely no idea that he was there. Ryan's going to take the
I thought they
move
killed
into
everybody, but
the Snake side of the field.
that looks like a
It
one-on-one.
is a one-on-one.
Trying to figure out.
Dorito 4. Oh, and Ryan has no idea.
Ryan has no clue, and they both might get a jump scare here in a second.
Now they know where each other is. So a Dorito, it's a Snake 2 against a Dorito 50. No, now a Dorito Wedge.
Very
as they
smart.
move a little
Very
bit closer.
smart. Oh, on the Orcas player. But it looks like Ryan might be hit on the arm.
Well, Ryan was calling for a check when
was
he was
calling
in
for a
Snake
check.
2, and he just never got one. And then that running Orcas player went and shot him. And I think that he.
I think Ryan knows.
I think Ryan does know. I think
Oh, a ref's
it
calling
looks
it
like
Rob.
they're calling him play on.
That
I see it on
I'm
his shoulder,
pretty-
right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a hit. And
There it is.
Game stop.
Oh, what? Oh, hold on now.
Oh,
So
he's
we had a very
definitely
late
hit.
penalty come in
Definitely
from
hit.
Bobby. Oh, this might be talking on the sidelines.
Oh man. I also don't know how Ryan didn't get called hit there because you saw it all over his shoulder and his mask
He called him, asked for a
and
check.
on his arm.
He didn't get one. then shot 2 players.
Yes.
So Ryan obviously is going to quickly get off the field, get himself wiped down. I'd love to ask him
Wow.
after
I mean,
this match
I
what exactly went down there. He might have gotten away with a quick one here.
yeah.
We're
I
just
think
waiting
he
on
definitely
Bobby,
did.
the head ref here. He's talking to the Oakland Orcas coach. We're just trying to figure out what happened on their side. If that penalty, okay, here it comes. So we were correct. That was talking in the pit for the Oakland Orcas that it's going to start them down 1 player on the next game. That's a huge deal, guys. For those that are listening at home, you cannot talk while your team is, while the point is active and playing. If you're talking, that is considered sideline coaching, which is not allowed via the NXL rules, WCPPO rules, and you do get a penalty for that. That is, Kyle. I don't know if
30
you've ever seen that.
seconds.
I've never seen a penalty actually thrown on a bench.
Oh, I have.
And
I've
I
actually
didn't know
seen.
if it was a major or a minor.
It
So
was a minor. It
that,
was
this
a yellow
particular
flag.
case, it was a minor. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
always a
20
minor.
seconds.
I've seen. I believe I've seen a major. I think it was a coach arguing with a ref. Got a warning for talking.
10
I
seconds.
think they threw the yellow, and then the ref or the coach then started yelling at the ref again, and then yelling at his players while the point was active. So I think it turned into a major at that point.
We'll revisit that in just a second. Right now we got TJ and Mayhem on the field. TJ on your left, Mayhem on your right. First set for Mayhem.
Him already up in the snake 50 off break.
Great movement. That snake 50 basically untouched. It sounds like they're pounding that bunker, but they do know he's there.
And hitting the Dorito wedge player, and I believe the Dorito player, possibly.
I think there was only one. Only one player taking the walk for TJ on that Dorito side. So that
I can't see that Dorito player from here. There's a bunker blocking my view, but it looks like only one body walking off. So the snake 50 player
as
for
Mayhem
Mayhem
just
taking
made
another.
2 secondary moves up into the center. Now they're in the snake 2, the snake 50, the command center, the Dorito side wedge as a bunch of bodies
Looks like we
flying
got
out. TJ.
some drone action right now.
TJ's still on his home in the Dorito corner. Oh, there, but they moved out of the Dorito corner into the 100. That 100 knows he's there and blows away that 50 snake player that did a lot of damage there. So I think it's just 2 alive.
And a ref running in, trying to check the center player.
That's
like
Juan. That's Juan, the referee. And if he's running towards you, you just run away. Just run away. Juan's gonna mess you up.
and one will thoroughly check you. Not worth the penalty. If you're hit, just get out.
Mayhem player making a move into the snake side for TJ, but that Dorito player shooting cross definitely knows that he's there.
Doing a great job of keeping the snake player from wrapping and continuing on down the field. He can get low though and just
Definitely
crawl,
can, yeah.
but
He's trying to
choosing
shoot the
not
foot, he
to
does.
and shot the foot of the home player.
And then a whole bunch of extra on his way out.
Towel being thrown. I believe that would be TJ.
No,
Throwing the towel.
yeah, TJ Patel, point for Mayhem.
1
Uh-oh.
minute.
Not looking good for your team, Andrew.
Listen, just 1 point.
I still would love to revisit that Grind City point with
Yeah, that was crazy. So, I
him
mean,
being left
look,
alive.
both teams lost each other as that running Orcas player got shot, had no idea that Ryan was in the snake. And then
30
Ryan
seconds.
lost the Dorito side player on the other side, nearly got his head blown off. Then they both saw each other. Ryan wins the 1v1 because, well, frankly, he's a pro. He should. And
20
then
seconds.
Orcas get a penalty right after their last player dies, and now they're going to start with 4. So, that's Orcas
10
needs to be
seconds.
better than that. We're counting on you up here.
Honestly, from what I saw, I think Orca should have had that point though.
Also, because Ryan might have gotten shot there in the
I'm
shoulder.
pretty sure he was. I mean, there was a clear hit on his mask, but ref's word trumps all. So
All pocket for Grind City as they double the home. They take both the pins and the Arizona, and then they double move. They get into the snake 1. All secondary moves all at the same time. Boy, oh boy.
Tie.
As a very, very quick towel
Point approved.
By the Orcas.
by the Orcas.
1 minute.
Grind City just losing bodies all over the place on that one there. So they didn't like starting with 4. They're going to take the that was all 20 seconds or so off the clock. Oh, there's a Killers player on this roster as well for Grind City. Killers play semi-pro in the NXL. They took 3rd place last year, I'm pretty sure. 3rd or 4th place. They're doing well so far this year in
30
the NXL.
seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. Game on.
Mayhem and TJ back here on the field. TJ taking a pretty good pocket. Mayhem getting the snake 1, snake 2. I hear drones flying. Oh boy, look at that. Big boy for Mayhem making his way into the Viper. Gets there clean. Recognizing the snake 2 player for TJ. TJ also taking the snake side wing.
Oh, running ref.
Oh, that's running Juan. Oh, and Juan
getting
just
shot
got
in the head.
shot. Oh, and Juan is going to pull that player and throw a penalty. So a penalty on TJ. I literally just said, if Juan is running towards you, run away, because he's going to get you. And he did, and he got the penalty. Oh, and another player pulled for TJ. He is very lucky he did not get a penalty.
Oh my goodness, not looking good for TJ at all. Moving out to the Dorito corner, I think he's the last body alive. Negative. They do have a
Mayhem.
snake 1.
And they did just
And
lose that
snake 1
corner
only
player.
now for TJ. As Mayhem.
Very in control. They did shoot a player, but they did towel the point.
Point approved.
So Mayhem gonna take a quick 2-0 lead on my guys.
1 minute.
TJ. Listen,
Not looking good.
TJ,
All I gotta say is not looking good.
I don't know if you guys are not listening to the stream. Maybe you should listen to the stream. TJ, we're gonna need you guys to do better. I mean, they have Joe Barrett on this team. He's an actual pro from Infamous.
All I do have to say, you know what I noticed that point? So, usually if you're in the snake, right, and you get there sneakily, or sneaky, however you said that, a ref will just
30 seconds.
run over and stand over top of you and check you, right?
No longer sneaky.
One, he ran to the wedge
And crawled with him.
and crawled with him to try and not give away his position.
20
Yep.
So that's
seconds.
much respect to that ref for doing that,
I'm telling
because
you, man,
I
Juan's a
mean,
beast.
you as a snake player, if you get in there sneaky, like I said, you don't want a ref to just give away your position
10
that quickly.
That's right.
So
Props to
say,
Juan.
yeah,
Good
props
on
to
Juan.
Juan, and make sure to say thank you to your refs when you're out here, because they will do that kind of thing for you.
Game on.
Grind City and Orcas back here, out here again. Orcas tried to take the snake corner, but he got shot. They're going to try to refill that snake corner. He's also going to get shot. So a loss of 2 bodies real quick for the Orcas as Ryan Hopkinson is going to make his way into the the snake 3 for Grind City. Look cross. He's shooting at the Dorito 1. And that Dorito 1 is going to take the walk from somewhere. They're going to refill that Dorito 1 from the Dorito side pin. Ryan shooting that way. They also have a snake side 50. So only 2 bodies left for the Orcas. As the Orcas do have that snake corner and the Dorito 1. So hopefully they're looking or shooting cross as The Grind City player makes his way into the Orca's side of the snake. He's going to try to get an angle. Ooh, and he just turned away. So Orca's making their...
Towel.
And Orcas are going to towel it.
Towel.
So although the Orcas were advancing, they were going to get pinched out at some point.
1 minute.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, one of the Grind City guys got 3 balls in the back,
After
like all of 5 or 6 seconds after the after that was down. Whoa, 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 whoa! Don't, nobody shoot, nobody shoot.
uh-oh.
So a late run from Bobby.
10 seconds.
Okay, here we go again. Not exactly sure what happened there, but we're off again.
I don't think refs are all ready.
Maybe that was it, yeah.
Game on.
So TJ and Mayhem back again.
Big move from TJ. up
Big
on the
move
Dorito.
from TJ, getting all the way in. I think he's going to pop up. Yeah, he is.
Yep.
Into that snake, into the Dorito 50 there.
And
One of the Mayhem guys taking the walk.
TJ desperately needs this point. There's plenty of time on the clock, though, but not good to be down 2-0.
Well, TJ is coached by Spica, so they should have plenty of fun game plans and different things to get people eliminated, as they did shoot a second body. That Dorito 50 player making the wrap over there as another running referee, another player from the home. That's 4 players taking the walk.
Yeah,
Might be all fun.
looks like TJ might have figured something out.
There's still a snake one. Here's who's going to rip in the head. Yep.
And
Towel. Towel.
Okay,
looked
so
like a slightly more aggressive breakout from
Yeah,
TJ, which
that
definitely
is-
worked.
that's the TJ team that I recognize.
Yes,
Is the
yes.
team that can do this real fast, take
One
big old
minute.
bites, and wipe these guys off. That was terrific. I think. Read me the name on that back of that jersey. Turn player.
Oh, I
Turn
can't
player.
see.
Turn player. Number 15.
15 or
Oh,
16.
I saw. The very tall player, very tall Dorito player for TJ there, making absolute work of everybody. I don't know exactly how many he shot, but at least 3 or 4 there. That was nice. So let's see what happens
30
here
seconds.
between the Orcas and Grind City. Grind City has really put it on them the first 2 points, and they might be a little bit upset about how that last point ended
20
here.
seconds.
So we could see some extra balls coming the Oakland Orcas' way. We are going to start 5 alive on both sides. At least there's that. Orca's not starting
10
down a point from that
seconds.
ridiculous pit penalty. As one of the Orcas making a very, this is not good. This is not good.
Game
He
on.
needs to not, and okay.
Uh-oh. What?
So one Orcas player gets shot, 2 Orcas players get shot, but 2 of them take a big, huge bite. And they oh boy, yeah, there goes Ryan Hoskinson.
And made it
1,
2,
2. He has a,
3.
there's a Dorito 50 player that I don't think that he knows is
Yep,
right
and
there.
3.
It is. It just blows him away. Boy, oh boy.
Oh, my goodness.
So that's kind of what I expected there. Yeah.
Here comes the drone view.
So, whoa, boy, yeah. Grind City putting an absolute hurt on them right
Hey! Trying to high-five the drone there on the way out after getting the point approved.
1 minute.
Wow, what a rundown.
I mean, that was quite the run from Hoskinson. It was a long run. He was able to get it, stay clean.
Shot the Snake 50, the home, and the Dorito 50.
And yeah.
I think the Snake corner was getting shot or got shot before you got there, so it could have been a 4-pack, but
That was nice.
what a run. I mean, to make it past the Snake 50, with that player was looking his way as well. So
30 seconds.
I would say either he got lucky or trigger discipline on that Snake 50 player. If you felt he got shot first,
Yeah.
don't pull your trigger because you shoot that player, then that's
20 seconds.
penalty. And refs are standing right there to watch.
And
So-
they are always a whole mess of refs over at the Snake 50. So you do not want to
10
cause any
seconds.
commotion there, especially with Bobby standing here.
Back to Mayhem. TJ getting that last point. Just under 11 minutes.
Let's see if they do
Clock.
something funky like that again. They do not. So TJ, they kind of did. They get shot in the face though. Yeah. So that TJ player looks a little bit hurt and he's shot in the face. They did something different on this breakout than they did the last one. I don't quite know why they would change it.
Mayhem up in the Snake 50 now.
You're getting some nice drone
Oh,
views from
Mayhem's
Nevada.
Dorito player getting
TJ.
has it.
Oh.
No, that's
Oh,
Mayhem.
and a penalty.
Yep, penalty because he was shot in the visor.
Penalty for Mayhem, which is that's gonna only, I think, leave one.
Yeah.
Two alive still for
players.
Mayhem, but both on the Snake side. So the Dorito side completely blown open here.
Uh-oh.
The TJ player, Arietta, he's gonna recognize this pretty quick and just come and run this guy down, I would imagine. As
Oh, and there's the
Dorito
player
player, or the center player does instead. They're gonna wipe him out. I believe that there's still a corner. There is a Snake corner player left still, as he is now just shot. Yep. Bobby calling to let him out. Please stop shooting him. And TJ gonna even this one up.
There we go. That's the TJ we know.
That's the TJ I know.
While these players stand around and walk to the buzzers, they check themselves, see who's going to hit the buzzer. Give a quick shout out to our sponsors. Got Violence, Max T, Lone Wolf Paintball, Gunfighter, HK Army, Andrew Lopez Law PC, DOS Paintball,
1 minute.
Defy, and Twister.
Cool drone shot there, as Ryan as our pilot here, getting all up in the player's grill as they're about to hit the buzzer, which is always cool to see.
Also, we can't forget Matrix Gear. Shout out Matrix.
We
Always
went there.
had great stuff to trade.
We went to Matrix Gear yesterday. So
Did you?
Matrix Gear isn't here at the event, but us at Arizona Pole Position, we got some pods, and so we ran down there yesterday. It's only about 20 or so minutes
30
away from the field,
seconds.
and cool little place.
So Matrix Gear is not at the event this
Matrix
time?
Gear is not here,
Oh,
but they are
Unfortunately, I was
doing
gonna-
their part by
20
sponsoring the stream,
seconds.
and they were available all week for you to get your pods and everything that you needed beforehand. So
and I was looking forward to going to that booth. I always love going and saying hi to them.
10 seconds.
I think last WC I needed a barrel tip, and I wanted a specific color and a specific tip, and they ran back to the warehouse just to get it for me.
yeah, after blowing
Yeah,
yours up, you
no.
needed that.
Back to Grind City and the Oakland Orcas. 11 minutes on the clock. Grind City up 4-0. I believe it's a 5-point mercy rule, so if
It is
Grind City,
one of the
with
Orcas
this-
Dorito players taking the walk.
game will be over very quickly. So
Mostly pocket from Grind City here.
looks like the Grind City's home player laying down on his side.
That's a cool view. Good job, Ryan. Cool views for you guys at home. Hopefully the stream is working better for everybody. It's not as choppy. Everyone's able to hear us well.
It looks a lot more clear on our side as well, a lot more stable. So I believe the network issues are.
You know what I think it is?
I think it's the clouds
the
clearing
clouds.
up, dude.
It's
I
the
told
clouds.
you. I told you, Andrew.
Another Orcas player taking the walk. I believe only 2 left. As a nice dive and run in for Grind City into the Snake 50. They're going to shoot that California player.
And they shot the last guy, so they know that's game. And this is going to be over now.
Is it
and
over?
It's yeah, it'll be over.
Oh, that's 5. I'm sorry.
It'll be 5-0. They can either stand here on the field for 10 minutes, or they can hit the buzzer.
They're not going to do that. I can promise you that.
I know Orcas are not going to towel because if they towel,
He's got a little bit of a
game's over anyways. So
on his leg there.
no, that was a squeegee. It was a red squeegee.
Give him a once over.
And
He's
thumbs
good.
up. Fist bumps all around. Nice job, Grind City. Unfortunate for the Oakland Orcas. I feel like if they stayed with the Mighty Dolphins name in Jersey, they would have done a little better.
It seemed like that pink dolphin was bringing them some luck.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it was a purple dolphin.
So that's going to end that Grind City Oakland Orcas match, but we still have TJ and Mayhem here. Very
10
exciting. 2-2 with 9 minutes remaining, so a ton of time left on this match. Let's see what happens. I'm taking TJ.
Yeah, I think TJ definitely got a little more aggressive here. So
But then they changed the layout again. Or they changed this guy. So that Dorito player,
ref running in on this player right here.
Cyclops, they're going to try to fill out that Dorito side. He makes it alive. 5 alive still for Mayhem.
You can see the home shooting this lane over towards the snake side and then looking heads up. As that home player fills out to that Arizona bunker, now out to the snake corner.
Snake corner. Oh, and running referee and another Mayhem player takes the walk. So Mayhem walk into the snake free. Oh,
I don't see many bodies left on the field for Mayhem right now.
They at least have a snake 3.
I think that's
That
it.
might be the only thing.
I'm pretty sure the Dorito guy is walking up right now. I don't see him in the corner anymore.
They are
And
blasting
it's
that
a
snake side 50.
Snake 50 only, and
He
he's
is going to get shot.
out of there right now.
We had almost a running referee, almost a running one.
Yeah, I
there.
thought a penalty was about to fly there for a second, but nope. TJ is going to be taking this point.
And with 3 alive. So it does appear that TJ is doing something different.
Yes, I think that's a little rough start. First match.
That only took about a minute and a half or so off, so still a little over 7.5 minutes to go. Definitely, and these teams are going to be in next ball. So because that Grind City and Oakland Orcas match is over, there is from the second that buzzer hits, TJ and Mayhem have 2 minutes to get themselves back into the pit, cleaned up, potted, aired, and back onto the field.
2 minutes sounds like a long time, but it is not.
Especially if you lose the game. 'Cause if you lose the match, then you might want to change things up. You might have extra guys that need to be wiped down, guys that are too tired, guys that got beat up. So 2 minutes goes very, very fast. And you need about 30 seconds or so to get yourself on the field. So
That's why, especially during these summer events, it's crucial to usually have a deep roster so you can have a lot of subs. Make sure you guys are fresh on the field. You don't want anybody tired, especially when you're in X ball for 7.5 minutes.
1 minute.
And for those of you that don't know, X ball is when you are the only team left in that set of 2 playing that match. So like Andrew explained, you only have 2 minutes left after that buzzer's hit to get back on the field. X ball is not fun with a big game clock. It's usually not seen very often, especially in the Premier Division with it being a 5-point spread. You hardly see mercies. But with Grind City going up 5-0 so quickly,
20
TJ and Mayhem are left battling it out. And they're going to get tired very quickly. So we'll see if they continue to be aggressive. If TJ gets tired and gets stuck in the pocket again, I don't know what's going to happen because it didn't look like the pocket was working for him in the beginning, in the first match or the beginning of this one. Once they got aggressive, they started putting up points. So back to it. And here they are in the pocket, doubling home. First, they're moving out to the snake corner as the home fills out to the Arizona. That snake can, and Dorito has second as well. 5 alive for both sides. Mayhem moving up in the snake, trying to match that snake. That Dorito 40 wedge as well as the snake 40 wedge and a Dorito corner. Still 5 alive. Big move up on the Dorito side for TJ, going from that Dorito aspect to that first Dorito. Now TJ's snake player going on the inside of the beam, hopping over, trying to go to that snake 50, but gets clipped going on the way there. So 5 versus 4 in favor of since they're down 1 point in X ball. We're stuck pretty tight. TJ now having a sense of urgency as they're aware that they're down by no kills. Trying to figure out what to do. Mayhem is slowly moving up the field. Almost all players past the 40 now.
TJ should know they just need to play some hard defense here, cross everything up. They are no stranger to this. Just under 6 minutes to go. It's gonna be it's a big tall ask.
Yeah, it's hard to cross up when your snake player was looking up on the tape at nothing, but now he's crossed up, looking towards the Dorito side, and it looks like he's switching his hands now to look heads up, which is not what you want to do.
Mayhem is in a really nice spot though into and now they're
Yep, and Mayhem knows where all the players are, and TJ doesn't know where everybody is for Mayhem, which is a huge problem.
What?
2 pods being just tossed
One
into
of
the
the
field right now.
one of the Mayhem guys chucking pods trying to draw somebody out. I like the position that the Mayhem Dorito side wedge player is in.
Oh, yeah.
Has the Dorito 400 and then TJ's wedge on the inside. That's a bunker we haven't seen played from this position yet.
If you look, I don't know if you can see it from where you're sitting, Andrew, but Mayhem also has a Dorito 50 looking cross inside.
Yeah.
So that wedge on TJ's side of the field
But
was
TJ's,
looking inside, but
TJ
now
gets
he's
into the
flipped.
3.
So
They did shoot that snake, that running snake, the most forward snake.
Mayhem losing
player.
their snake, yep.
Oh, and get him out of there. Yep.
And
Cyclops for him.
TJ
So
doing
quick 2 kills. So
great
oh,
job moving up to
TJ.
that snake, or the Dorito 4 now. Mayhem going to run up to the
Oh,
TJ snake 3.
and TJ has an opportunity here.
And here comes a rundown from Mayhem.
So Mayhem
and does
oh,
get the
boy.
trade out. The home player being checked out by the ref. TJ battling with a Dorito 50 and the Dorito player.
I think there's
TJ's home player's clean, so it's
there's only
two
one
on
player.
2.
No.
2 on 2
Where's the second player?
in the Dorito. I see him on the screen right now.
Oh, there are 2 of them there?
It's
oh,
a
there are
2 on
of
2.
them
The
there.
home and Dorito versus a Dorito 50 and Dorito 4.
Wow.
So very interesting that Dorito 4 player knows that the last 2 bodies are looking straight at him, straight ahead of him, so he's kind of scared. I would be too, relying on this home player from TJ to fill out wide, go up the center, and try to pick off these players right now.
Mayhem had a really great opportunity here that they've squandered. Let's
And
see if
Mayhem
they're
now
able
trying to go for a rundown. I think he's going to
to
catch
out.
this TJ player. And he
Shoot him.
does not shoot him. Oh my goodness. This is
You gotta be kidding.
This is insane. There comes a rundown from TJ. Trades out, so now it's going to be a one-on-one. Arizona, now the snake wedge versus a Dorito player. So if it were me, I would want to be in this wedge. The Dorito is not a fun bunker to be in a one-on-one when you have someone in a bigger bunker than you. Refs gathering on the field as well to talk about something. There might be a penalty. I'm not sure. They're looks like it's nothing urgent, or else it would have been called by now. But got a little quiet on the field. Nobody rolling their guns.
TJ just waiting
Trying to wait for a mistake to be made by the other person.
as he moves into that 50, that little 50 brick. I don't like that.
I would have not done that. I would have gone to the
I think
wedge
he
right
tried
in
to
front of me.
surprise him. Oh, and they're gonna match each other.
And
Yes, they
he's,
are.
but
So this is Joe Barrett. Joe Barrett plays for Infamous.
yes,
One of the best around.
keyword shirt, and he's on the buzzer now.
Oh, and he does get
But gets shot on the way there.
wow.
Unfortunate. Mayhem running in now to hit the buzzer, tie up the game as long as this point is approved.
With
Wait for the thumbs
2:24
up.
to go.
And he's checking up and thumbs up. Nice.
Well, that was unexpected.
What a point. I mean, to be fair though, Mayhem should have won that So unfortunate. TJ was looking good though. I mean, they did come back. It's not
1
over.
minute.
It's not over. 2.5 minutes left in X ball. So we'll see what happens.
Timeout.
So one of the teams going to take a timeout here, which is going to put an extra 2 minutes on the clock.
Oh man, and the clouds going away, sun coming out. It is going to start to get hot and humid out here.
One minute.
So it looks like Mayhem's players are ready on the box as TJ slow and steady gets out there using all the time they can. I believe that they're the ones that pulled the timeout to add that extra break time to allow them to catch their breath, get on the box with ease, and be ready for this next point.
30 seconds.
It's on the... So TJ and Mayhem back out here.
Game on.
3-3. TJ's going to keep 5 alive. They're going to get the Dorito corner and the snake too. So a good breakout from them. Meanwhile, Mayhem is going to get into the snake 2 as well. One player coming out for TJ as they're going to lose that Dorito side.
All right, I was trying to figure out the chat here. What's happening, Andrew?
Right now it is a 45 for Mayhem,
Uh-oh. Wait,
in favor of Mayhem.
in favor of Mayhem.
Mayhem has the snake 3, the snake 1, doubling the home, and the California there. As
Oh, I see
they're
here now as
just
they,
gonna lose that. They're going to lose 2 players. 3.
Wow, they just took out 3
2,
players
no,
now.
just 2. But Mayhem is going to make their way into the snake 50. The snake 50, the snake 2, and then something over there on the Dorito side. Maybe, yes, right there. The Arizona.
Oh, wow, as TJ just barely clips out that Snake 50
That was a
player
nice
for Mayhem. Very good shot.
60 seconds.
60 seconds. TJ looking like they got dominance now. I think it's a 4-on-1.
Very
As they-
understanding
yep.
as they're going to shoot that corner player. Oh, and a late concession
10.
Wow.
with 55 seconds left.
Approved.
I
Yeah.
believe about 53 seconds.
So
Yep.
53 seconds left. A concession from Mayhem. That's going to put TJ up 1 point. These teams, like I said, we're in X ball, so 2 minutes. These guys have to get off the field, get back on the field, and Mayhem needs to win that point in 53 seconds. So we're going to see, definitely going to see some fireworks here on this point. working our way up here in the booth to be able to see the chat again, like we were able to see it in Event 1. Do us a favor. Do us a little comment in the chat so that we can see if it's working. It's more fun when we can talk to you guys. Last comment that I can see is, how's everyone liking how the field's playing? And we haven't talked to any players, so we frankly have no idea. Looks like we're seeing, oh, there we go. Let's go Mayhem, gang. Okay, yay, we see you guys. Oh, and then Ryan just did something. Field temp. That's a good question. Let's see. It says it's about 70 or so degrees outside, which probably is going to put the turf temperature somewhere around 80, 85. Hasn't heated up quite too much yet. I'm still sitting in this booth with a sweatshirt rolled up, so it's not so bad yet. We're sooner or later here, very shortly, we're gonna start to get pounded by the heat a little bit. But as somebody that played in Texas 2 weeks ago, this is really no big deal because Texas was as hot or hotter with a lot more humidity, and it was the worst paintball I've ever had to play. Still working on some screen things so that we can see everything for you. But this is TJ and Mayhem, 53 seconds left. Mayhem is going to have to take a big old chunk. They are going to take the Viper on the rip. They're going to try to get into that Snake 50. TJ is going to match them at the Snake 1. Mayhem also into the Snake 2 as well. The home, the Dorito corner, and the Dorito pin. Fairly pocket for TJ as the home, both pins, the California and the Snake. The Snake is going to shoot Ross, trying to shoot that home. If this Dorito 50 player for Mayhem is able to do something, he's able to do it right here. He's going to blow 2 bodies away.
Looks like he's
He's going to shoot the home.
And
he does get both of them, but he does get ripped up by the TJ Snake player. But that Mayhem player is going to have done his job from the Viper. Now Areta over here for TJ. He is waiting. He is going to be the gap stop over here.
Looks like 9 seconds on the clock. It doesn't look like Mayhem's going to be able to get this point in time. There's no way they're going to get to the buzzer. 3, 2, 1, and game time finished.
Game stop. No points. Game finished.
So that's going to do it for that one. As TJ able to run out that clock, that was quite nice. That got very explosive. That Mayhem player very nearly was able to end some things, but just got clipped out. Arietta over there for the Snake player for TJ is excellent. He's been doing this a long time, so definitely knew what was going on. Put a stopgap to that, and my pick for the winner now looking a little bit better at 1-1.
A little bit. We'll see. They're 1-1.
We'll take 1-1. We'll take,
Hey, I mean, sometimes you have a rough start.
all
but,
they got to do is make the playoffs. No big deal.
Yes, they do.
All right, so we got Cartel and Maintain up here now. Cartel, we talked a lot about Cartel at the first event. They had, in their first couple of matches, they were having some struggles with the penalty flags.
Oh, yes.
They were just too
I
many.
remember that.
They were early. They were often. They couldn't get out of their own way. I had a nice talk with Mr.
30
Best
seconds.
from Cartel.
I know last event in the chat there was people taking bets and placing an over-under
14 seconds.
on how many penalties Cartel was going to
that's
have
right. Yes.
in a single game. not even over the entire tournament. It was, I think the line was over under 10.
It was
believe
definitely a struggle bus.
And I believe it was over 10.
I have spoken with Mr. Best from Cartel. I have advised him, just don't do that. Don't get penalties.
Game on.
Yeah, how would you
Let's
just
see how it works
don't?
out.
How would you just don't cheat?
Cartel's making a nice bite here. Well, as the Dorito player gets clipped, but they get the Snake corner as well.
That would have been kind of funny if they got a penalty
That
in the
would have been
first
hilarious.
point.
Maintain 5 alive still.
And oh, here we go. Yep. Look, he doesn't want to leave, and it's exactly what we're talking about. A ref trying to call him out, the Dorito Aztec, or the Snake Aztec, but acted like he was going to leave and then went back to his bunker. That right there will get you a penalty.
Cartel did shoot one of the maintain players, so a 34 in favor of maintain. Oh, and another one of the maintain players getting shot out of the snake. So snake corner, home, and Dorito 100 for maintain. A snake one and a home and a Dorito 50 over there for the Cartel. So Cartel definitely on a more dominant. They got the edges. They should just be able to close down these corners and slowly start to pinch these maintain players out. Oh, as they did get the kill in the snake corner, so only 2 bodies now left alive. That's going to be the home, and now the Dorito 3 as he takes a little bit of a chunk, but the snake player is able to recognize him. Cleaver over here. Cartel making another secondary move, and as well as maintain taking a secondary move into the Dorito 400. But that Dorito 400 is going to take the walk, but he's going to trade with the Dorito 50 player for Cartel. So to a 21 for Cartel as just, oh, and they did shoot the Arizona there. That is going to be kill 5 for Cartel. They should recognize that here any second. Run down and get this point. So an early congratulations to Cartel as they are able to complete that entire point without a penalty and get the buzzer. So good job.
1 minute.
See if they can do that for the remainder of this match. Meanwhile, we're about to see Bloodhawks take the field for the second time today against the Stoned Assassins. If any of you guys used to play paintball in the early 2000s, Stoned Assassins would be a name that you would recognize. They are not the same players as back in 2003, but they do have the same name. They got the same swagger. Didn't have the world's best event at Event 1. Hopefully, they've been putting in the work, kind of putting that practice, and they're able to show what they got here. Unfortunately, they're going after the Bloodhawks, who have just, from last season to this season, have made incredible strides, taking second at the first event, clearly looking very, very good.
10 seconds.
So let's see if Bloodhawks is able to stamp out the Stoned Assassins, or if the Stoned Assassins learned a thing or two from Event 1 and can get some vengeance.
Game on.
Stoned Assassins doing a triple stack of the home while one player falls on his way into the center command center, but he does remain alive. Running referee, oh, yes, all 5 alive for Stoned Assassins. All 5 alive for the Bloodhawks. As the Bloodhawks players take both corners simultaneously, the snake corner, the Dorito pin, and the home. One player taking the walk for Stoned Assassins out of the snake. The Dorito player for Bloodhawks getting pinched out by the center player for Stoned Assassins. So I think just 3 alive then. Ooh, as one of the Bloodhawks players nearly falls on his way out to the Arizona, but does stay alive. Oh, now only 2. Just snake corner and Arizona remaining for TJ, the center 50. 2 at the center 50 for Stoned Assassins. Stoned Assassins slowly making their way in, and Bloodhawks players just in full force walking their way out the field. Oh, but a late penalty by Juan on the Stoned Assassins. Still going to leave 2 alive for the Stoned Assassins, so as long as both those players are clean when they hit the buzzer. No harm, no foul technically on the penalty. But as I've said, and I will continue to say it throughout the day, if one is running towards you, you're in a lot of trouble. So Assassins are going to take that first point. Point approved. And we will welcome back out Maintain and Seattle Cartel. My nice friends
30
at Seattle
seconds.
Cartel. Going to give me a jersey here at the end of the day. Very excited about that. Thank you very much, boys. Hope it's that PBR one.
20 seconds.
Seattle Cartel does run a little summer series as well in cooperation with Thomas Troll. And
10 seconds.
had a nice 50-player event here a couple weeks ago. Said it was a great time. Meanwhile, Cartel on your right, Maintain on your left.
Game on.
Maintain taking a nice chunk right in the center, as well as the Dorito 100. Cartel does have the Dorito corner. Now they've moved themselves into the Dorito 3. Oh, I'm sorry. That is a Dorito. That is a tiny Dorito side pin that hasn't been played yet much today. He's going to take from that pin into the Dorito wedge. So 5 alive still for Cartel, and just 3 alive for Maintain. Maintain getting the snake corner, the home in the Dorito. Oh, I'm sorry. 4 alive for Maintain, as they do have a player in the Dorito 400. So this is actually a 44 as one of the Cartel players takes the walk. So Cartel has the snake for the Dorito wing, the Dorito 3 as they take the snake 50 now, and the home. That Cartel player can't see cross. I'm not sure if he knows that he's in the 400 there. So there's your 4 players for Cartel right there on the screen, and your 4 players for Maintain. So Cleaver is trying to get that cross shot on the Dorito. He's not able to see it from there. Neither Dorito player engaging him. They recognize the snake player for Maintain has made a small bump. That snake 50 player for Cartel waiting for him. Both players waiting for each other. They're not going to be able to engage, unfortunately, like this. The Maintain player is going to take a little bit more real estate. Here's the engagement here on the snake side here. That Cartel player does get bunkered out there by the Maintain player. They do trade. So snake blown open then for both sides. Cartel, I would say, in slightly more dominant position here. Oh, as Maintain gets themselves into the snake, and he does get shot. Right in the head. So 2 bodies still left alive for Maintain. They're both in Dorito in the 400 and the 200. Meanwhile, the 400, the Dorito wedge, and the home. as the 400 gets blown away for Maintain. Only one body left alive. And he does get shot as well. So Cartel slowly make their way.
Towel. Towel.
A towel then from
Towel.
Maintain is going to put
Point approved.
Cartel up 2-0.
1 minute.
Bloodhawks and Stoned Assassins back on the field now. Bloodhawks on your right, Stoned Assassins on your left.
30 seconds. Twenty seconds. Ten seconds.
Stoned Assassins up 1-0 here. Still 13 minutes left to go in this match. Plenty of time.
Game on.
4 guns up for Stoned Assassins as they triple up that center again and then move that player up into the center. He does not fall this time. One Stoned Assassins player taking the walk. 2 Stoned Assassins players taking the walk. So Stoned Assassins still has moving in themselves into the Snake 3, the Home, and the California. Oh, Snake 4 now. Matching from the Bloodhawks. So Snake 4, Dorito Corner, and Home for Stoned Assassins. Home, Dorito Corner gets shot out, so it's a 43 for Bloodhawks. Both Snake players kind of on an island over here, with Stoned Assassins being a little bit wider. Oh, and an exact match from, as that Snake player does take the walk for Stoned Assassins. That's going to blow open a little bit the Snake side, as that Snake player 4 gets another kill there. Going to be Dorito Corner only.
Towel. Towel. Towel.
So a towel from Stoned Assassins is going to even this game up 1-1.
1 minute.
Here the guys talking in the pits a little bit about what it is they need to do.
30 seconds. Twenty seconds.
Cartel and Maintain back out here again. Cartel with a quick 2-0 lead over Maintain. Still 8.5 minutes to go. Plenty of time for
10
Maintain to
seconds.
make themselves relevant here.
Game on.
Cartel taking nice bites out of both corners, but they both stay alive. Maintain taking the Snake 50. I don't know if they know where he is. Oh, I don't think that they have any idea as he gets in there now. Now they know where he's at. So the Maintain player making his way just onto the Snake side of Cartel, which is going to put at least 2 guns his way. And he does get shot. So a bad death from Maintain as he gets a nice position, gets 2 to 3 guns put on him, does not get a kill. Meanwhile, Maintain also taking the 400 on the Dorito side. And Cartel making their way into the Dorito side wedge. So a snake corner, a home, and a Dorito 4 and a Dorito 2 for maintain. Snake 2, Arizona, home, Dorito side wedge, and Dorito 3 for Cartel as the Dorito side wedge does take the walk. So a 44 now. Maintain has found themselves back into the snake. Cartel with 2 mini bumps into the snake 4. Snake 4 player is going to shoot, or at least look cross, and engage into that Dorito 2. So he does recognize that there are 2 live bodies in the Dorito side at the Dorito 4, the Dorito 2, that Arizona, and the Snake 2. So on the screen they're able to see where everyone's located via the nice telecast. Thank you, Ryan. Oh, and a nice rundown from the Cartel player. So that Cartel player is going to run down. He is going to trade with the other Snake while the 400 for maintain gets shot. So a 32 now for Cartel, a 31 now as now a center 50 player running in for Cartel. Oh, and that home player does get shot as well. Cartel's all over it.
Towel.
And a 3rd point for Cartel, and able to do it all without penalties.
1 minute.
These referees running in here, filling up bunkers, wiping all the bunkers down, doing all the things, all in between points. There's absolutely no lack of playing time, no extra unnecessary breaks. Guys, if you're listening or if you're out here, please thank your referees. They have a hard job. It's hot, it's annoying. They live in those masks for 12 hours at a time. They basically get like 1 break a day.
20 seconds.
Thank your refs. And don't argue with them, because they're always going to win.
All right, Andrew, I'm back.
We got Kyle back on the 1s and 2s. He had to take a little break. And while he's back, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back, guys.
Go ahead. Thank you so much for
10
covering.
seconds.
All right, so who do we have here? Bloodhawks versus Stone Assassins. Oh, tied up 1-1. It looks like Stone Assassins on your right, Bloodhawks on your left. Stone Assassins taking the Snake 50 off break, and I don't know if they know he's here. And if they didn't know, now they know, because that Dorito can just got shot at. So looks like the Snake 3 right here is going to wrap and trade out in the Snake. No penalty being assessed, but Bloodhawks player asking for a penalty. Home player filling out for Bloodhawks to that Arizona bunker, and it looks like just a 2-on-2 right now with 11 minutes in the game. So Stoned Assassins in the Snake corner and Dorito corner, and the Bloodhawks in the Arizona and the Dorito side can. Now filling out wide. Doing the smart thing to try to go to both corners or as close as they can. Dorito player moving up into the field, shooting cross right now at that Snake corner. Still running down the Doritos, trying to trade out. Shoots one and it gets shot. It looks like a penalty might be being thrown. But a ref says no and stops him. Now it's a one-on-one. They were both in the Snake corner, but now the Stone Assassins moving up into that Snake side can. Trying to go towards the middle of the field, going out wide. And Bloodhawks home player getting shot on the way there.
Towel.
Bloodhawks going to be toweling now. 10 minutes left in that game. Stone Assassins up 2-1.
1 minute.
Shadow Cartel up 3-0 against Maintain with 5:56 left in the game. So from the looks of it, I know we talked about Seattle Cartel being penalty happy in previous events, and
30 seconds.
looks like they're up 3-0 right now, so possibly no penalties as of now. I wasn't here for these first 3 points, so
20 seconds.
hopefully not, and if there was, then they still won the point, so that's good to know.
10 seconds.
Maintain on your left, Seattle Cartel on your right. Got this beautiful drone view right now from Ryan.
Game on.
Breakout on both sides, and Seattle Cartel losing their Dorito player. They do fill that Dorito wedge though. Maintain up in the Dorito 50 off break. Clean, 5 alive for Maintain, 4 alive for Seattle Cartel as Cartel moves up into the Snake 3 as well. Shoots a body out of the Arizona bunker on Maintain. So now 4 versus 4. I think Cartel losing their Snake 3 player though as they refill the Snake into the Snake 1. There was, wow, a poison up in the Dorito 50, and Seattle Cartel reading that, bunkering him and staying alive. So it looks like 2v4 in favor of Cartel. Cartel having the Dorito 50, the Snake 1, and the home, so it's a 3v2 in favor of Cartel. Snake player trying to do a rundown. I believe they both trade out. So now 2-on-1 in favor of Cartel. They know where he's at. They're calling him out. They're shooting his bunker. They're calling Seattle only, so that's what they're calling that bunker, and they just shot him, so they pinched him out from the Dorito side. Double checking all the bunkers from the Dorito side as they walk down the field, making sure all 5 bodies are dead. Towel by Maintain. Seattle Cartel now going up 4-0 with 4 minutes left in the clock. So just under a 2-minute point there. Fairly quick. Up 4-0. That's a nice lead they got going on right there. 50 seconds until Stone Assassins go up against Bloodhawks again for another point. Stone Assassins up 2-1. Give a quick shout out to our sponsors: Violence, Max T, Lone Wolf Paintball, Gunfighter Sports, HK Army, Andrew Lopez Law PC, Dawes Paintball, Defy, Twister, and Matrix Gear USA.
30 seconds.
Thank you to all our sponsors here at the WCPPL for sponsoring the stream. And thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying. Doing my best to commentate everything that's going on here. It is a lot. It all happens very quickly sometimes, and sometimes very slow as well.
10 seconds.
Bloodhawks on your right, Stone Assassins on your left. Bloodhawks need a tie up as they're down 2-1.
Game on.
10 minutes in the game. Stone Assassins going Snake 50 off break, clean almost every time. Oh, as I said that, he does get pulled out. So there was a buddy that got shot off break for Bloodhawks as well. So it looks like a 4-on-4 as Bloodhawks moves up into the 50 brick, getting shot on the way there from crossfield. So it looks like a 4-on-3 in favor of Stone Assassins. Stone Assassins up bodies now, shooting another Bloodhawks player. I believe that's the last body. Nope, there's only one left in the Snake corner for Bloodhawks against 4. It's a 1-on-4, not the situation you want to be in, as Stone Assassin sends a guy down the Snake, running him down, gets the kill because he's looking the opposite way, signals to his teammates that that's all 5. I think he just got shot by his teammate. So either way, even if he got shot by his own teammate, he still has 3 bodies left alive on the field to go touch that buzzer and stop the clock. get another point and be up 3-1 against Bloodhawks. Not something that I want to see, as I did pick Bloodhawks to win this tournament.
Towel.
Towel by Bloodhawks. Stone Assassins now up 3-1.
1 minute.
Bloodhawks definitely need to go back to the pit, figure something out, figure out what's going on, and adapt. Shadow Cartel and Maintain. Shadow Cartel up 4-0. 40 seconds left to get on the box before that timer starts.
$30 seconds.
Once again, thank you guys all for tuning in.
20 seconds.
It's starting to become a beautiful day here at the WCPPL in Paris, California, at
10
ASG.
seconds.
Cartel on your left, Maintain on your right. Maintain needs to do something.
Game
They
on.
need this point to stay in the game. They're losing one off the break, up the middle. Going Snake 50 off the break and about to wrap and shoot this Snake player. Ref running in to check. Bobby looking at him and calling him clean. So Maintain doing a little bit of work. Cartel up in the middle though. Silent Assassin as he catches a Maintain player moving up from the Dorito can up into that Dorito wedge. Looks like Cartel has 3 alive, or 2 alive, and Maintain has 2 now as well. They were up 4-2, but Cartel doing some work. Shooting, there's only one player left alive for Cartel in the 50. Trying to figure out where all the bodies are at. He's gonna look. He's in the center between the wedges, or between the boxes, and oh, Maintain doing a sneaky crawl up right here, gonna catch him. Oh wow, then they call that a trade. Okay, so Maintain gonna get this point. I think that player got shot in the nuts. Yes, he did. That does not feel good.
$30 seconds.
30 seconds on the break time. Stone Assassins versus Bloodhawks.
20 seconds. Game on.
Sorry, folks. I think something happened to the stream here. I'll get that back up in just a second. Bloodhawks. Looks like 5 alive off the break.